So we just came from an open house in Waverly, Iowa. Brand new site, beautiful area. But now we're here in Exchange Park in Waterloo, Iowa. There's actually 3 locations. There's 3 sites that they did all at the same time. And this site's been here for 15 years. It was installed in 2010. So I was 9 years old when this park went in. And this is really where the value is at on a playground, is to come back 15 years later and take a look at it. And as you can see, it looks really good. And I can see this tile that kind of sticks out here. Now this tile isn't faulty. It wasn't a defect. What happened was that they had a piece of equipment here that broke. They didn't want to replace the equipment. So they just took that piece of equipment out, put a brand new tile here, and that happened 2 to 3 years ago. So this tile hasn't fully matched the other tiles yet, but the ease of replacement, the ease of taking this piece of equipment out was a huge win. Didn't cost them any money, took like 15 minutes to do, and that's what park districts want. They want something fast, they want something simple, and they want something that lasts a long time. As you look across the park, everything's flat, everything's still together. This park was definitely installed with proper compression, seam glue, everything looks really good. Although it is 15 years old and it looks great, we're just gonna do some checking here to make sure everything's still good. What this does is when this is dropped on a surfacing, it gives me a reading of a HIC. And what a HIC is head injury criteria. So as soon as this ball hits the ground, it gives me out a number, and that number is associated with a scale of basically safe to not safe. And in order for a surfacing like this to still remain on a park, it has to pass a HIC test of 1,000. It has to be below that to be used on a site, and that's what we guarantee. 694 HIC, money, okay. Okay, so if a kid were to fall off the deck height of this slide here, he would hit his head. We've got 431 HIC and peak G is 99. So after 15 years, this site is still, it's half. It's half of what it needs to be. And as you can see, HIC score here, 471 from a height of 8 foot and 1 inch. All right, so this is a bit ridiculous, but I just want to go the extra mile to show how safe our tiles actually are. We'll drop here from probably 10 foot. So let's climb down here and see what we're at here. 879. So although it is high, higher than it normally is, we're still passing. We're still under the standard. Even if a kid is up where he's not supposed to be and falls, he's still protected. All right, so we've confirmed a few things. For 1, this park's old. For 2, looks great for being 15 years old. And 3, it's safe, and that's a valuable park. So this is the second location here. Actually, you know what? It looks pretty good. Hey, heck yeah. All the seams are on the poles, still tight. All the seams are straight. Everything's flush. You come over to the curb here. Well, there's no lipping. There's no trip hazards. Everything looks great. Gotta check and make sure it's safe. Safety is number 1. Drop it. Here we are, after 15 years, higher than the fall height. We're at 774 HIC and 121 Gs. So after 15 years, still safe. Still a valuable safety surfacing being used out here in Exchange Park, Waterloo, Iowa. So there's a third site here in Exchange Park just over across the way. So we're gonna go over there and test that one and make sure it's still safe. As you can see here, another 15-year-old area. Looks great. They decided to go with the wood timbers on this site. Wood timbers is definitely not something we recommend, but one thing that I really enjoy about sofSURFACES is that we just work with people. If there's a certain situation, something needs to be done a little different, we work with them. So they did wood timbers on this site, but as you can see, it didn't affect the actual tiles themselves. You can see all the lines are still straight. The site's flat. All the tiles are still together. If a site doesn't have seam glue, doesn't have compression, it is not gonna look like this. That's a 10-foot tall slide, so I gotta climb all the way to the top of here. 10 foot, 15-year-old tile here at Exchange Park. It's the ground. Awesome. Well, after 15 years from a 10-foot fall height, HIC level is 858 and the peak Gmax is 123. So definitely getting up there with the HIC score, but still well below the standard, still safe, still under warranty. A lot of meetings that I go to, just for fun, I'll ask the guy, I'll say, hey, how long do you expect a surfacing to last? Like, what do you want to get out of it? And a lot of times they'll say, you know what, if we can get 10 years out of our safety surfacing, you know, we're happy. Well, this site here is 15 years old. That's already 50% longer than what they expect. This site's still safe, still looks great. That's where the value's at. It's all about not day 1, not day 2, but it's all about an old park getting used. Is it safe? This is what you can expect out of our tile, and I'm proud of it.